Hello, my name is Alicia. I am a nutrition educator with the CEO, and today we will be discussing some food safety tips and tricks to prevent foodborne illness. We will be discussing the 6 steps to safer fruits and vegetables. There are 6 basic steps that you can take when buying, preparing, and storing fruits and vegetables to make sure they are safe and wholesome to eat. Our 6 steps are check, clean, separate, cook, chill, and throw away. We will be going over each of these steps more in depth, but today we are going to just focus on 2 steps. We will be discussing the check step and the clean step. These are our first 2 steps in our 6 steps to safer fruits and vegetables. The first step is to check. When you go to the grocery store, you want to check that the fresh produce you are about to buy is not bruised or damaged. The picture on the left shows a bruised apple. We want to make sure if we're buying apples that they look how they do in the picture on the right, hard and shiny. By doing this, we will make sure that when we're bringing our produce home, they are not spoiled inside. It will also help make sure that your fresh produce will last longer once you bring it home. You also want to check when you're at the grocery store that your fresh fruits and vegetables that are cut or peeled are in the refrigerated section. Things like melon, pineapple, and zucchini noodles that are already prepared need to be refrigerated. If they're not, do not buy them. The next step is to clean. The first thing we want to clean are our hands. We want to make sure we're washing our hands before and after handling any food to help us prevent foodborne illness. When we wash our hands, we want to make sure we're using warm water and soap for at least 20 seconds. To make sure we're washing our hands for at least 20 seconds, you can hum or sing the happy birthday song as a reference. Let me show you a hand washing demonstration. The first thing we want to do is turn on the faucet and get our hands wet. We want to apply soap and have enough soap to lather our hands. Again, we want to get the tops and bottoms. Our in-between, lace our fingers, our thumbs. Maybe your fingernails. And after 20 seconds, you can rinse off your hands. Shake off some water, and you want to dry your hands with a paper towel. Once your hands are dry, you could use that paper towel to turn off the faucet. And now we're ready to prepare our foods. The first thing Once our hands are clean, you also want to clean anything that the food may come in contact with. That includes if you're going to use a peeler, if you're going to use a knife, and cutting boards. You also want to make sure that your countertops are clean. So anything that your food is going to come into contact with while you're preparing it, make sure you scrub that with hot water and soap as well. Once you've cleaned your hands and anything that the food will come in contact with, the next step is to clean your fresh fruits and vegetables. You want to run your fresh fruits and vegetables under tap water, and you even want to wash things that we don't eat the skin of, such as an orange. Once you have your water running, you want to make sure that your fruits and vegetables are going under the water. If it's a hard, firm skin, such as an orange or an apple, you want to kind of use your fingers to rub off and make sure there's no dirt left behind. Once you've rinsed your fruits and vegetables, you want to dry it off with a dry cloth or a paper towel. You never want to use any household chemicals or cleaners, such as bleach, to clean your fresh fruits and vegetables. They are not safe to consume. If you come across any fruits or vegetables in a bag that says washed or ready to eat, those have already been rinsed for you and you could just eat them straight from the bag. Thank you for joining us as we started to discuss the 6 steps to safer fresh fruits and vegetables. By following these tricks when you're in the kitchen, the grocery store, and preparing your foods, It will help prevent any foodborne illness. We hope that you will join us again to learn about the next few steps.
Hi everyone, my name is Alexi and I am a registered dietitian at the Commission on Economic Opportunity. Today, we are going to talk about food safety. It is really important to rinse all fresh produce with running water before use. This even includes produce where we do not eat the skin, such as oranges and melons. Let's take a look at a fresh orange. You can't see the germs on the orange, but they are there. Let's tell the story of this orange from the time it was on the tree to the time we bought it at the store and took it home. As we tell the story, I will pour chocolate syrup over the orange each time it was handled or contaminated with germs. Maybe this particular orange grew on a tree in Florida. A person picked this orange from the tree so it could be sent to be packaged. Fresh produce is typically sent to a packing house. Here the oranges will be cleared of any debris like stems or leaves. In the packing house, oranges may be loose or bagged. Regardless, the oranges are placed in boxes for transport. The packaged oranges will be placed in boxes to go on trucks to be taken to a grocery store near you. The truck arrives at the grocery store. Here, a grocery store employee must take the box off the truck, open the box, and then place the oranges in the produce section for people like you or I to purchase. We are at the produce section of the grocery store looking for one orange. We pick up a couple oranges to ensure we pick an orange that is firm without any soft spots. We find the perfect orange. We purchase this orange and bring it home to enjoy. Now that we are home, we want to enjoy the orange. We cut the orange with a sharp knife to expose the segments. Look at how the chocolate syrup or germs from the outside of the orange have gotten inside to the fresh fruit we would eat. This is why it is so important to rinse all produce under running water even if you do not eat the skin. We may not see the germs, but they are there. Now that we understand why it is so important to clean our fresh fruits and vegetables, let's take a look at tips to separate our produce to keep it safe. When shopping, be sure fresh fruits and vegetables are separated from household chemicals and raw foods such as meat, poultry, and seafood in your cart and bags at checkout. Keep fresh fruits and vegetables separate from raw meat, poultry, and seafood in your refrigerator. Also be sure to separate fresh fruits and vegetables from raw meat, poultry, and seafood during preparation. Do not use the same cutting board without cleaning with hot water and soap before and after preparing fresh fruits and vegetables. Pause this video and leave us a comment below to let us know how you are going to change your habits when it comes to food preparation.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the CEO Nutrition Education channel. My name is Alana, and I am a nutrition educator for the Commission on Economic Opportunity. Today, I would like to take some time to review with you all the cook section of the Fight Back handout. The cook section reminds us that we should always cook or throw away fruits or vegetables that have touched raw meat, poultry, seafood, or their juices. Typically, fruits and vegetables do not need to be cooked to be safe for consumption. But meat and poultry definitely do. If your fruits and vegetables have come in contact with raw meat or their juices for any number of reasons, they could become contaminated with harmful germs and bacteria that, if consumed, can end up making you very, very sick. That's why if you won't be cooking the fruits or vegetables that have come in contact with raw meat or their juices, The safest thing you can do for yourself is to just throw it out.
Leaving food out at room temperature for too long can also cause bacteria to grow to dangerous levels and cause illness. Food should not be left out at room temperature for over 2 hours. If the temperature is above 90 degrees Fahrenheit, food should not be left out for more than 1 hour. Bacteria can grow most rapidly between 40 degrees Fahrenheit and 140 degrees Fahrenheit. This temperature range is known as the temperature danger zone. If food is left unattended and falls within the range of the temperature danger zone, foodborne illness-causing bacteria can quickly grow and multiply, with the number doubling in as little as 20 minutes. This is why hot food should be cooked to a safe internal temperature and kept hot at or above 140 degrees Fahrenheit, with the internal temperature differing for different types of meat, poultry, and other dishes. Cold food should be kept cold at or below 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Proper refrigeration requires that our refrigerator be kept below 40 degrees Fahrenheit to slow bacterial growth. The freezer should be kept at 0 degrees Fahrenheit to keep frozen food frozen. When it comes to fruits and vegetables, we can keep our produce out of the temperature danger zone by storing them in the refrigerator within 2 hours of being cut, peeled, or cooked. Opened canned fruits and vegetables also must be refrigerated.
Dishes containing fruits and vegetables that were made in larger quantities, such as in a crock pot or cooked in a casserole, should be separated and placed into smaller containers to quickly cool before being placed into the refrigerator. Placing a large amount of a hot food into the refrigerator right away could raise the temperature inside the unit and cause the food that's already in the refrigerator to enter into the temperature danger zone. Other roasted or baked fruits and vegetables, such as a baked sweet potato, can be cooled more quickly by cutting it into smaller pieces before storing it into a sealed airtight container to place into the refrigerator. Don't forget that your food should always be placed into the refrigerator within 2 hours of removing it from its hot cooking surface or a cold surface such as an ice bath. If it's left out longer than that, the safest thing that you can do is to just throw it away.
Let's test our knowledge. In the next part of our video, I am going to show a picture of a fruit or vegetable, and I want you to guess if it should be refrigerated or not. Sweet potatoes. Cucumbers. Berries such as blueberries, raspberries, or blackberries. Onions. Canned fruit cocktail. Apples. How did you do? Let's see how many you got right. Sweet potatoes do not need to be refrigerated. Instead, you should store sweet potatoes in a dark, dry place. Cucumbers do need to be refrigerated. All berries, such as blueberries, need to be refrigerated too. Onions do not need to be refrigerated. Like sweet potatoes, they should be stored in a cool, dry place. Canned fruit cocktail does not need to be refrigerated. However, once the can is opened, any leftovers should be stored in a sealed container and refrigerated. You can allow apples to ripen on the counter for a few days, but moving them to the refrigerator will allow them to last for up to 3 weeks. Thank you all very much for participating in our lesson on food safety. We would like to hear your thoughts on this lesson. What surprised you most about what you learned today? Do you think you might need to make some changes as a result? What do you already do right? Feel free to answer all or just one of these questions in the comments section below. Thank you again so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.
For this recipe, you'll need black beans, enchilada sauce, fresh canned or frozen corn, cilantro, green onion, spinach, mozzarella cheese, and whole wheat tortillas. To cook this recipe, you'll need a baking dish, a mixing spoon, and a mixing bowl. Preheat the oven to 375 degrees. Rinse your cans with warm water or wipe with a towel. This will eliminate germs. Rinse your black beans in a strainer to eliminate the extra salt. Repeat for the canned corn. Place spinach in a colander and rinse with water. Next, remove the stems from each piece of spinach. To properly clean spinach, place the spinach in cold water and mix with your hands. Repeat one more time and let it sit. After letting the spinach sit in water, we want to drain the excess moisture. Holding a knife is important for food safety. Avoid pointing your index finger or gripping the handle. To hold a knife properly, pinch the knife with your index finger and thumb. To pinch the ends just like this using your pointer finger and your thumb. Next, you can begin to chop the green onion into small segments. Add spinach to the bowl. Add black beans, corn, cilantro, green onion, and mozzarella cheese. Mix the ingredients together. Spray the dish with non-stick cooking spray and add enchilada sauce. Take 2 spoonfuls of the mixture and add it to the tortilla. Roll the tortilla tightly and place it in the baking dish. Repeat this step and fill 8 tortillas. If desired, take the remaining mixture and pour it over the tortillas. Add the remaining enchilada sauce and cover the tortillas, and they're ready to cook. Cook the tortillas for 20 minutes. Serve and enjoy.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the CEO Nutrition Education channel. My name is Alana, and I am a nutrition educator for the Commission on Economic Opportunity. Today, I will be demonstrating for you all 2 different methods to make a simple hummus recipe. Both methods will require the same ingredients. However, the first method requires a blender or food processor to make the hummus, while the second method only requires a fork and spoon to mix it all together.
This hummus recipe is an excellent source of protein from the use of our canned chickpeas. It can be enjoyed with your favorite veggies, crackers, or pretzels for a very filling snack. Because our lesson is on food safety, I wanted to take some time to go over with you all some food safety tips when it comes to handling canned goods.
Before buying your canned goods, always check to make sure that they are not dented, bulging, or leaking. You should also regularly check the canned goods you have at home to ensure that they are also not dented, bulging, or leaking. Botulism is a deadly toxin or poison produced by bacteria that attacks the body's nervous system. Botulism can occur in any canned good. However, it's more often foods that are canned in the home, especially corn, beets, asparagus, green beans, and peppers. Bulging, denting, or leaking cans are all indicators of potential botulism in canned goods. Bulging will not always mean botulism, however, it does mean that the canning process was not done properly. This raises the chance of there being bacteria in the can causing it to bulge. Any deep dents at the rim or seam of a can can allow air and/or harmful bacteria to enter and contaminate your food. A leaking can may have a puncture which has exposed food inside to air and bacteria, or the can could have been rusted. Any rust on the inside of a can means that the food inside the can has been contaminated and it is not safe to eat, no matter how it is to be cooked. While there may be several reasons why a canned good is bulging, dented, or leaking, each of these is still an indicator of botulism. When in doubt, you should just throw it out. Canned goods should always be stored in a cool, dry place. Do not store canned goods above the oven, where heat and steam can rise and damage the cans, or under the sink, where if there was a leak, the cans would also be damaged. You should always clean the tops of your cans before opening them, no matter if your item requires a can opener or if it has a tab. This will help to prevent any bacteria or dust that was on top of the can from getting onto the food inside. Canned goods can be washed under cool running water and dried with a clean cloth or paper towel. Canned goods that have been opened should be stored in the refrigerator in an airtight container within 2 hours of opening to slow bacterial growth. Unopened canned goods with a high acid content, such as pineapples or crushed tomatoes, will typically be kept safely from 1 year to 18 months. Low acid canned goods, such as canned meats, fish, and most vegetables, will keep 2 to 5 years if the cans are still in good condition and stored in a cool, dry place.
Now that we know a little bit more about how to safely handle our canned goods, I say it's time to demonstrate the 2 different methods that we can use to make this delicious hummus recipe.
As always, before we begin any recipe, it's very important that we remember to wash our hands using soap and warm water for at least 20 seconds to ensure safe food preparation. After we've done that, we can gather our ingredients and begin making our hummus.
Hello, my name is Alicia and I am a nutrition educator with the CEO. Today we're going to be reviewing food safety and how to prevent foodborne illness. When we're in the grocery store and even in our kitchen, we want to make sure we're remembering our 6 tips to savor fresh fruits and vegetables. Let's go over them again. The first step is to check. When you go to the grocery store, make sure that you're checking the fresh fruits and vegetables that you're about to buy and make sure they're not bruised or damaged. You also want to check that when you're buying pre-cut items, such as sliced watermelon, that they're in the refrigerated section. The next step is to clean. We want to make sure we're cleaning our hands with warm soap and water for at least 20 seconds. We also want to make sure that we're cleaning any surface our food may come in contact with, including the counters, cutting boards, and knives. Make sure you're running your fresh fruits and vegetables under tap water to remove any dirt. When you're done rinsing, make sure you're drying them with a paper towel. The third step is to separate. When you're in the grocery store, you want to separate your fresh fruits and vegetables away from any kind of raw meat or poultry and even household cleaners. Pick a different section to put them in your cart. If you have a top and a bottom cart, put your fresh foods on top and put your poultry, raw meats, and anything else below. You also want to make sure when you're coming home from the store, you're storing them separately as well. In the refrigerator, you don't want to put your raw meat or poultry on a top shelf because the juices can drip down and contaminate everything below it. So make sure you're storing your raw meat and poultry on the bottom shelf or in one of the bins. The next step is to cook. You want to make sure you're cooking your foods to a proper temperature and also cooking anything that may have potentially been cross-contaminated. The fifth step is to chill. You want to make sure you're chilling any cut, cooked, or peeled foods within 2 hours. The last step is to throw away. You want to throw away anything that wasn't refrigerated within that 2-hour mark, anything that is damaged or bruised, or anything that could be cross-contaminated. When you're in doubt, throw it out. We hope the next time that you're in a grocery store or in your kitchen, you refer to these 6 steps to safer fresh fruits and vegetables. Following these steps will help you avoid any foodborne illness. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to direct message us or leave us a comment below. Thank you.